Yes, sir?
Avery, I finally deciphered my father's puzzle. Among other things, I found his watch. I'd really like you to have it.
I can't accept this gift, sir.
Yes, you can, Avery. You deserve it.
I thank you, sir. I'll keep it until the day I die.
Thank you, Avery. We'll talk later.
Your bedroom is ready as always.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
Calhoun, tell me about your relationship with Doris Fletcher.
Oh, Doris. Cold-fired and burning ice trapped in a perfect body. Our passion was as intense as it was brief. What an actress.
How did you meet her?
On a boat to France before the war. She was thinking about a career in Paris, and I was eager to try French gastronomy. We both returned disappointed.
I expect you've seen her on stage, too.
She really is the best actress of her generation. Such frailty and such strength at the same time. I hope she'll play again soon. She's been away for too long.
You sound surprisingly sad. Have you regrets?
I think of her as a divine dish. I'm glad I was able to taste it, but I regret I could only get a bite of her mystery.
You really loved her, then?
She fascinated me, Dr. Reed. I can't imagine what she must have endured through her life to reach such a level of emotion and sensibility.
So, did you try the restaurant I recommended?
Oh, yes. I can't thank you enough, my dear doctor. Exquisite, but expensive. But what is money made for, if not for little pleasures?
I'm glad you enjoyed the place.
I do, Doctor, I do. Thank you again.
Have you any news on Aloysius Dawson?
I will never see him again in my shop, it seems. I did not realize how much his health had deteriorated. In the end, not even money can protect you from death.
I may have a look at you. It's locked. It's locked.
Goody.
Do you need med...
You would save my life.
Don't worry. There is nothing...
I cannot imagine the pain these...
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure... Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you.
Clarence, tell me about the vampire you saw in France.
I was enjoying my leave in Rouen. I left the bar, took a shortcut back to the barracks. I saw it in a back alley. An officer in a stained uniform biting into a soldier's neck.
Did you ever see that officer again?
No. He wore the uniform of the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. I did some research, but found no trace of him. He probably stole it from a previous victim.
But you were drunk, weren't you? Are you sure these two men were not just kissing?
Please don't insult me, Johnny. I hid, and I saw him leave. Then I saw the body, drained of all blood. I've seen the same marks here in London since I've returned.
Have you any news about Aloysius Dawson?
He was aware of many things, many secrets. It's obvious a vampire assassin must have got to him. He knew too much.
You need some rest. Good evening, old chap.
I won't.
Do you need medical assistance?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
You need some rest, Clarence. Good evening, Mr. Kimura.
Good evening.
Have you heard of Aloysius Dawson?
Poor man. To die rich and alone, that was my plan for years. Money was the only currency I valued. Now I've started to realize it's not a life worth living.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
London.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need medical assistance?
Don't believe that I'm the kind of...
There is no need.
Yes. I know now.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura.
Maybe I should...
Hello, Venus.
Hello, You know that you are always welcome here. But, what do you need from me, Jonathan?
Have you any recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
It's not such a bad thing for rich people to remember that money can't protect them from disease and death.
Do you need my medical attention?
It would appear that old habits die hard, my dear. I would appreciate your help as always.
And I'm happy to give it to you, as always.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Goodbye for now.
At least you survived the Great War. I feared the worst.
You feeble! You're mine! Don't you know better?
Hello again.
Have you any recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
I try not to listen to gossip or rumors. Unlike my brother, I am only interested in facts.
Do you need my medical attention, sir? You have nothing to be worried about.
Sounds so easy to fight disease.
Goodbye for now.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye. Good evening, Mr. Have you any recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard he's dead. I hope he found his twin brother, wherever they are now.
You knew Aloysius's twin brother?
Yes. I think we were even together in the Gemini Club for a time. A somewhat secret society that only accepts twins as members.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I'm afraid I do. I knew...
I don't want to appear tactless, but you're...
Says the doctor who also works at...
Goodbye, Mr. Baker. Good evening, Miss Price.
Mr. Reed, have you come to pay homage to my mother?
I suspect you've heard what has happened to Aloysius Dawson.
No, what happened to him? I don't read newspapers. A mother always told me it's a bad thing to listen to gossip.
Do you need my medical attention?
Oh, please, sir.
Don't be shy. It's my duty to take care of you.
Thank you, sir. Much obliged.
Do you need my medical attention?
No, I'm all right, Mr. Reed.
Goodbye, Miss Price.
Dr. Reed.
Have you recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
I just heard he finally died. We all have to go one day, do we not, Dr. Reed?
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
The death penalty is a great shame.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty. Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
What are you investigating, exactly?
Well, my 2 missing persons cases have been solved. By you, it seems. Are you just that lucky? Or do you know something I don't?
I was lucky enough to find them both while conducting my investigation in this part of town.
Why do I still have the feeling that you're hiding something? What about the abductor? Was it the same person?
I don't think so. You had better interview Miss Teasdale and Mr. Kimura on that matter. All I did was to lead them safely home. Do you need medical attention, Inspector?
I'm afraid I may have caught something.
You'll quickly feel better after taking this.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I cannot enter.
Cards never lie, but they are never... Good evening, Jonathan.
Have you any news concerning Aloysius Dawson?
What was his last thought, I wonder?
I found your notebook. The one the guard of Prewen stole from you.
And you brought it back to me. That's excellent news, Jonathan. Were you able to keep yourself from reading it?
Yes. I give it back to you untouched.
Then, my friend, you deserve a little something to reward your fortitude. Please, have this, with my gratitude.
What's in the notebook?
I can't answer you, Jonathan. Sit... You chose not to open it.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander. Cards never lie. But they are never easy to read.
too in this war. Support the equality between...
Not to the sea anymore.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Are you okay? I heard the hospital was attacked.
Yes. Can you believe it? Attacking a hospital of all places. Mindless savages.
Is anyone hurt?
No, but Dr. Swansea is missing. I believe they wanted money or drugs. Maybe these brutes will ask for a ransom.
Do you need any medical assistance?
Yes, indeed.
I have no doubt about...
I appreciate your concern.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Are you all right? I heard the hospital was attacked.
Poor Dr. Swansea. He was the only one to stand up to those brutes. And now they've dealt with him.
Where is Dr. Swansea?
I don't know. I hid behind a tent. I saw nothing.
Do you need medical help yourself?
I'm afraid I've contracted some...
Not under my watch, nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. It's locked, all right. It's locked. Good evening, Miss Hunt.
Oh, I'm thirsty, Doctor.
Do you require my...
My condition cannot be understood by you.
Well,
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark. Good evening.
And good evening.
Are you all right? I heard the hospital has been attacked.
As far as I know, nobody's been hurt. But who were those men? Why attack Dr. Swansea?
What happened to him?
We don't know. They came in, they went out. In between those two events, Dr. Swansea went missing. Maybe he just went into hiding nearby.
Do you need my med...
I would have been confused.
There is no shame in...
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Goodbye.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm quite busy.
Are you all right? I heard the hospital had been...
For now, we have to keep on looking after our patients.
Has Dr. Swansea really gone?
Yes, this place is turning into a joke. A sad joke indeed.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity.
I wish this hospital could have received as...
Thank you for your... Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you all right?
For months I said this day would come. We should have armed ourselves. Riots are rising. The end is near.
Do you need any med...
I'm afraid I do.
Our job brings us into contact.
That's easy for you to say, Doc.
I'd like...
Wise choice.
Good evening.
Tell me the truth.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead...
Don't take too many...
And that is a good thing.
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
Do you think he's been taken, then?
Yes. There's been...
Do you require...
I will be fine.
Nurse, you...
I'll try.
Goodbye. Good evening. Do you need...
Don't get me wrong.
I'm certain you have your reasons.
It is...
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take...
You're mine! Watch it! It's here!
You Londoners are no match for me!
Good evening, Chris.
Change.
How are the...
When I think about all the...
Do you need any...
It...
I am shocked.
Forgive my...
Goodbye, men.
You again?
Can I off...
Keep you...
There is a...
All right.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Fancy...
You never... Do you need...
To be honest...
I don't...
Really?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Good evening.
It's fun.
Don't you think...
Faith gives me all I need, my son.
No doubt your faith...
Blessed be your generosity, my son. Please forgive me, my lord, for my eyes were blind to the devil in front of me. My task will remain unachieved.
Good evening.
Tell me, Clayton, do you really think that...
Christina? Yes.
If you are going to sleep with a lady of the night, Clayton, I would advise you to be cautious.
I can't really be mad at her, though. She's just trying to survive. She doesn't have many options.
How exactly?
During my investigation, I offered my hotel room to her to rest and get away from the street.
And what happened?
The next morning, my wallet and my watch had disappeared. I suppose that's what you get for being a good Samaritan.
Was it wise to become so intimate with a woman you were supposed to interview, Clayton?
Maybe it was. But I have learned to look for the inner truth and beauty in people.
I apologize. I didn't mean to be rude. What can you tell me about this woman?
She is very sensitive, so nostalgic about her country. I saw her cry once because she'd lost a precious souvenir from her homeland.
What was it?
A scarf her brother gave her before she came to England.
Why are you so concerned? You seem to have something on your mind, Mr. Darby.
That we could make peace if I could find it and give it back to her. But I'm afraid she lost the scarf somewhere during her night shift.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you...
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
Step! Ready, boys! We've got one of them here!
Good evening, Doctor.
I found this scarf. I believe its owner would be happier to receive it from you.
Dr. Reed, I may be a humble and dogged reporter, but I recognize a gentleman when I see one. Take this for your trouble.
Mr. Darby, I believe your feelings for Christina are deeper than you might admit.
I'm the journalist here. I'm the one who makes assertions.
But as a journalist, you also have to honor the truth. So, what is the truth about you and Christina?
I won't use the word romance, but yes, I do care for her. A lot. I hope the feeling is mutual. Ridiculous, is it not?
I believe love has neither boundaries nor rules, Mr. Darby, even if society says the opposite.
I hope more people will listen to your advice, Doctor. Starting with Christina.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Good evening, Chris.
Shane.
Clayton's feelings towards you are romantic and serious. Is this feeling mutual, Christina?
That is the least of my concerns, Dr. Reed. Perhaps Clayton has time to think about these things, but I don't.
If you had time to question your heart, what would it say?
That men are pigs. But it doesn't bother me as long as they pay.
Goodbye, miss. Good evening, Harry.
Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom. So I'm not bothered.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I did.
You'll feel better.
I'm not sure I'm happy.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of you.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again. Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the squander of polio.
How are you?
I'm not your...
Do you need a...
Please.
There you go.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Someday you'll understand. You've won. Wasted your life away.
Good evening. How do you...
I would not...
Yes, you...
I said I don't...
Goodbye, man.
fails you. This elixir will give you faith again.
No civilians allowed, sir. Better go home, sir. Elite!
Over there! Oh my God! We have to stop it! Christ! He's dead!
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
He was mortally wounded. I put an end to his misery.
That is terrible, Jonathan. And yet you did what you must. The poor man.
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your enemy.
Wait! No! Elizabeth! Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need. Whose blood could be purer than that of William Marshall? Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a drop. I'm still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
You Londoners are no match for me!
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
This is more important than the club, you or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
I'll send you there. Hell. Crush the leech, boys! This one's mine! This one's mine! Killing's all you deserve.
We cannot be defeated!
He's mine! I'll
back
take it!
to the shadows! Die, vermin!
I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Christ, he's dead!
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
Stupid beast! I shall fear no evil. A leech! A leech! It's mine! I'll take it!
If McCullum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another
Go back
vital
home,
ingredient
idiot!
in my recipe.
Get them weapons ready! We found one! Stupid beast!
Good evening, Vampire Hunter.
Are you here to end me, Leech? You'll find I will not be killed easily.
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The Guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you... You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
I have found the carrier, McCullum. The infection's source. It may be science or some supernatural power that's responsible for all this. But I will harness either or both to end the epidemic.
A vampire doctor. My God, you're a terrifying creature. Jonathan Emmett Reed.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
Thank you. Can we speak more?
Indeed. Why not?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Prewin. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
What will the Guard of Prewin do now? Will you stop the Great Hunt?
Yes. But we shall continue to protect innocents from beasts like you and your red-headed friend.
How long have you known Lady Ashbury? Where is she? And what will you do to her?
We saw you meeting her, so of course we investigated. But she is gone. Our scouts reported she has sold some paintings and departed for an unknown destination.
Like me?
I am indebted to you for sparing me at Pembroke. But this won't always be the case. I'm no coward like those St. Paul's Stowe brothers.
Adieu, Vampire Hunter.
Until we meet again, Blood Drinker.
I'd step back, sir. It's one of them! What's it? It's a killer!
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.